Our first speaker has been in Toastmasters for 38 years. And since his speech is an icebreaker, he's introducing himself. He does not want an extensive introduction. His title is A Full Life. Please help me welcome distinguished Toastmaster Herb Nowlin.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
A full life. My life, it actually began at age 22. And at the end of May, when I graduated from Rice University, and because I had been in ROTC, it was commissioned and entered in the U.S. Navy. After a month on leave, which I got paid for, even before I had spent any time at all on active duty, then I went to Pensacola to the Naval Air Station for flight school. While we were there, the only significant thing that happened, other than my receiving my wings, was the Tonkin Gulf incident occurred. And that, of course, changed everything from my life thereafter. After having graduated from flight school, I was transferred to the Naval Air Station in Sanford for further training in the specific type of aircraft that I was flying, which was the RA-5C Vigilante, a attack photo reconnaissance point. After 6 months in the training squadron, I was transferred to the fleet squadron, which was Heavy 9. And they at the time were in the Philippines at Subic Bay. We had lost a plane, and I flew one of our aircraft from Sanford over to QB Point to join the fleet. There, for the next 10 months, I flew more than 100 missions, combat missions over North Vietnam. Most of these were pretty exciting. The most exciting was when I saw I had a missile fired at me. That little rascal, I could look at it, and it had my name written on it. And contrary to what you would normally expect, to evade the missile, you did not try to fly away from it. You turned into it and down, and that would help it prevent it from being able to track you. The war, as I had said, changed my life in many ways. 5 of my roommates were killed. I knew 10 of the fellow people who were POWs for from 5 to 7 years. And my brother Joe was ultimately diagnosed with pancreatic cancer from the Agent Orange that was used during the war. After the war, I moved to San Francisco and spent the next 3 years in law school. Now, San Francisco is a lovely place to be, especially if you're a youngster, and it happens to be in the late 60s. And the hippies were flying all over the place. And we had the school had a legal clinic at the corner of Haight and Ashbury. And our office, which was on the corner of Haight and Ashbury, we could look out the plate glass windows and see the street sign that said Haight and Ashbury. So it was, it was a fairly interesting life. After law school, I moved to Ventura and began work at the Legal Aid Association. And through a fellow attorney, I was introduced to my wife, Crida. Now, Crida was supposed to teach me Spanish. And we went to lunch for a number of times, and the best I can remember is that the fork is a tenedor. I am not the world's greatest Spanish student. You can ask Crida to verify that.
We were distracted.
Oh. After having met Crida and survived a couple of years, we got married. And after a year or so, we had Sarah, and several years later, we had Mandy. Right after getting married, I was introduced to Toastmasters. I joined Toastmasters on March 15th, 1976. Then for the next 38 to 40 years, I have been a Toastmaster. I was a district governor, a member of the board of directors, and currently am, for 25 years, I have been the parliamentarian. After Toastmasters, well, Toastmasters is going to continue. But the next stage of my life is retirement. I'm slowly easing into retirement. I still have a few cases left that come and go. Next, as I say, it will be full retirement, where I hope to be able to travel with Krita around the world. We have many places we would like to visit. In particular, the most beautiful city in the world, Paris. Been there a couple of times and ready to go back for many more. And finally, I look back and can consider, and I say, I truly have had a full life. I'm so much.